Anthony Bersalia here with a little bit of Mountain Sports Extra with assistant coach Koby Holbrook of the Pike County Central Hawks. Koby, tonight a tough game after being runners-up in the district against Belfry. You come here, you have the home game to punch the ticket to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. Talk about the game against Magoffin County as the Hornets won tonight 62-48 here at the Nest.
Well, our boys just come out. He's a little scared a little bit. You know, it's this big atmosphere, and a lot of these boys have never been in that position. None of these boys really had any varsity minutes until this year, and I think they were just a little tense. Just big game atmosphere. Our boys are young. They just got to get the jitters out of their system. I think we'll be all right next game.
And I talked to Coach Holland earlier, and one of the things I noticed keeping stats here during the first half was Magoffin County was really taking the power over on the boards. And I thought you all cleaned up well in the third quarter. Talk about what was preached at halftime to clean up on the boards to make sure you had control of the game.
Well, I think we ended up having 9 rebounds in the first half altogether. And I think they had about 18 or 19. They doubled us essentially. And then second half we come out and we finished the game with around 40. So we cleaned that up and ended up out-rebounding them. So I really think that was the difference in the game, that and limiting our turnovers second half.
And on top of that as well, too, I think one person that has improved from you all since I was telling Coach this, since covering you all at the Mountain Classic to now, is Carson Lane. He's stepping up big time. Talk about how he's evolved since from December to now.
Yeah, Carson stepped up. We had to have somebody come in and get us some boards, and Carson's been that person. Him and Brett Atkins and Zayden Coleman's really stepped up here late in the season, and they've contributed a lot to our late success here. Against Phelps, and then the runner-up against Belfry. They've been big for us.
And now you got to turn around and go to the Appalachian Wireless Arena and face Floyd Central, a team you all played earlier this season, lost 61-56. Talk about going into that matchup, just what's something you're all maybe looking to do to maybe disrupt their game flow.
Well, we played Floyd Central right after we come back from Christmas, and we've played a lot of games since then, and I think we've improved since then. Like I said, Zayden and Brett have stepped up a lot, and Carson stepped up more, and as a team we've just grown and got better. And I think as long as we come out and play our game, limit our turnovers, and keep their guards in check, I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be anybody's game, really.
I know noticed Ratliff gotten a little bit of foul trouble. Is that something he's going to maybe try to work on, even though he had a great game to clean up going forward against Floyd Central?
Yeah, we got to be careful about our fouls, and it's hard to play with that point guard.
And how do you think it feels overall? This team hardly has any really experience to make it to this point. How do you think after the game it just build their confidence up against Floyd Central?
Like I said, these boys have never been in this situation, and I think, nobody really give them any chance at the end of the season. We've had multiple people say, y'all ain't going to get 10 wins this season. And I think we've proved a lot of people wrong, and I think these boys have proven it to themselves, hey, we're pretty good and we can win.
One final reflective question here. I kind of asked Coach Holland the same thing, coming from the 14th region, and now you've been there, you know what it's like to win a regional championship, and now you bring that experience over here to the 15th region. Talk about the atmosphere from the 14th to the 15th, and has it been much of a change, or is it more the same?
It is a different atmosphere. Things are run a little bit differently and set up a little bit differently. So, it's took some getting adjusted to, but I think we've settled in pretty well.
And Koby, Coach Holbrook, thanks for talking to us here. I know you're young, and I know you love the game of basketball. I wouldn't be surprised one day, because it was big news to me back in the summer, and I didn't know that when you have these situations, it's rare that you see a head coach get to take his coaching staff to another school. But I just watching you tonight and watching the team in this season, who knows, maybe one day you may be a head coach, and just wanted to say good fortunes to you at the Appalachian Wireless Arena, and interesting to see how it all plans out, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.